Hello there. This is Subhash Mishra from Wisdom Wings IAS. Okay. And I will be checking your copy and I will be taking that on a screen and then we'll be seeing that what needs to be done in the improvement sense. So here is your copy and we'll be checking it and giving you the needed marks and all those things and the needed suggestions also. As your script is too long, I guess it is like full copy. So I will be checking it one by one and you will be seeing the comments on the screen itself. I will be not able to give the checking to the paper itself, because in that way I will have to again explain to you. So this is the best way I seem it possible, and this is also a very innovative way as we do in our institution. So it is about IVC, Indus Valley Civilization did not flourish in isolation. Rather, it had a connecting link of network with other civilizations. So you have to connect it with the other civilizations, basically Mesopotamia and all those civilizations of the world at that point of time. Okay. And you can also explain it like, if I'm having to decode this, I'll be decoding it on the parallel of, this is the IVC. So I will be also seeing the present day civilization because other civilization. So connecting line. So connecting line will be on the parallel of temporal dimension. Temporal means timeliness or the chronology item. Okay. And we can go to the similar way, like we can go to at that time of point of time. If there will be other civilizations, we'll be also checking on that front also. And on the connecting line from the before IVC also, we'll have to check. In that way, we can get the best of the marks. So you will have to go to the past also, past of IVC, then after IVC, and then at the parallel of IVC, all the civilization we have to check. Okay. I think this is like clear to you. So this is the decodation of, and you have to write in 150 words. So this is the 10 marker question. So we'll have to see. So generally in 10 marker question, there are like 2 marks for, your introduction, 2 marks for your conclusion, and you should be having 150 words. So you have written in well within the words, I guess, but I will see the, introduction first. So here, this is your introduction. IVC was the pioneer civilization of Indian ancient history as we study today. Okay, this is a good articulation you have done, IVC. You will be writing like this, bracketing, so that again, if you do the IVC, so they know that. And your word is also saved and time is also saved. Okay, then you don't have to write in this much like history, Indian ancient history or something like that. You can write like civilization of ancient India. So you will be saving some words, crucial words. So that's the improvement part there. Also called as Harappan civilization. They flourished on and around a river Indus. You don't have to actually write necessarily this, because this is creating a bulge on your introduction and it is not giving you any sense of, connection to the decodation of the introduction, into decodation of the question. You decode the question because you have to locate it on the temporal dimension, that is timely dimension. You can locate it with other civilization directly. And you say that this was not an isolated civilization. It was having several links with, in the introduction itself, you have to decode the question first so that you can get the good marks. So decode the question. That is my command number 1. Decode the question first and locate it in the temporal dimension or the time dimension or the chronology dimension. That will be much greater impact. So where is the Indus Valley civilization? With which BC or something? So 1750 BC or what? Whatever it is, you have to check it with the NCERT and write it. We want here, in the checkers want here. Okay. Then its stability, don't have to write like that much. Sure. The extent was up to Mandu in the north. Yeah, you can like this, write like this, that it was like Indus Valley River and in and around areas. So you cannot go into that much of the extent. Rather, you can make here and instantly you can make a civilizational map here. Okay, rather than going into the last fag end of here. So you can map here. You can map like this India, and you can make those areas and write that. Whether you are actually writing Sutka Gandor and all those Alamgirpur and Daimawad and all, you can make it on the map itself. So your introduction will be relieved, but your introduction is not coming. How you are like connecting it with the Mesopotamia and all those civilizations, Sumerian civilization and all those around in and around this in the valley, and then you will have to write that it has link with the modern civilization also, and prehistoric civilization also. So this thing you have to write in introduction. So introduction is not quite catchy. Out of 2, I'm very sorry, out of 2 you will be not getting more than 0.5 even, or 0.25 even. Okay, so that is out of 2. Okay, out of 2, 0.5. I will be liberally marking you. So I will be giving you 0.2 out of 2, 0.5 out of 2 here. Then you go to the next segment. But it also flourished along the other great civilization. Now this is your introduction. This should be written just after the first line of introduction. The temporal dimension, the chronology, when it was there, and around, in and around, flourished along the great civilization directly, Mesopotamia near Euphrates, Tigris, Roman Empire, Greece, and the Egyptian Empire, and all those things. Sumerian also, you check where was Sumerian and all, you can add that, okay? And you can make the, connectional civilizational link from here to there in Greek civilizational, Euphrates, and all in and around, Iran and all those civilization. You can actually make the link also on the map. So this is good. So here I can give you 0.5 marks more. So at least in whole of your introduction is too much. So your introduction should be in out of 150 words, your introduction should not be more than 25 words in introduction, 25 words in conclusion, and 100 words you must write for the body. So both the parts, 50 words for the connection and 50 word for not connection, not that much connected. So that you have to write like that, okay? Or either you can write 75 words for connections and 25 words for no connection or less connection, okay? So as a connecting link between them, this is a good way to represent. Carry on with this. No, your legibility of answers and your handwriting is good. You will be rewarded good on that part. Evidence: various coins of Romans gold were excavated in the region around Lothal, Gujarat. This is good. Harappan seals were found in where the Romans traded. So this is good only. Scripture and text of Roman Mesopotamia. Yeah, now you have mentioned this. Call it the Harappan people. Melua has been found. Great, cloth trading. This has been shown that trade was being between them. Great one. So connectivity only. Then you have trade of silk and shells. Really great points you are having in the body. Your body is really great. Okay, great body. Then Indian scriptures, Rig Veda, leave its cultural exchange, so include letter Aryan that followed, trade with China, extent of Harappan in the stabilization. You will be going beyond that. You should be actually connecting it to the Euphrates and all whatever you have said nearby Iran. Okay, so in that way map will be okay. Otherwise map is empty. Trade with Mesopotamia you have written, but you have to go to that and then write this much only, this much part only. Why to write this part if you don't want to include anything from here? So don't write this much part only, but keep it here, the India and then Iran and all, and make and Greek and all. You make that link with that civilization. Okay, try to map in a very specific way. And you have written that this it won't wrong to say that India was always followed what is learned from. This is good. Ashudaiv Kutumkam, this is really good, but this is not very specific. This is like lasting line, you have to like parting line, what we say in conclusion. So again, 0.5 marks only out of 2, because there must be 2-3 lines. And now you have not written the content from the generic books like NCERT. Please do write NCERT 11th art and culture, at least art and culture, and do work on your like caliber on the previous papers also. There this question was repeated. This is a repeated question from UPSC. So I did not like that much of a body also, because why? I will tell you that UPSC is not only about finishing the question. UPSC actually needs so much of variety of dimensions. Your dimensions related to coins good, seals good, text good, scripture and text. Okay, then cloth trading and all those things, but only evidences will not do. What about like connecting link between, civilizational link between them? If there are any, you can do like that. If there are like, what the coin tells, that you have to write. Like if here the, unicorn and all those things were there, how we can find that in other civilization nearby Iran and all Mesopotamia, Sumerian civilization. Those we have to write there. And yours seems to be like under only one point, that is evidences. You have to actually gather other things also, so that it looks very diversified. So more points are definitely needed here, and not only in this sense but also the present day civilization, what you learned here. As I told you that if IVC is here, located here, then what about prehistoric civilization? What was the impact of prehistory in the IVC, and what was the connecting link between them? What is the connecting link between IVC and present day, administration and the present day civilization? That also is one moot point. Okay, you have to write that. And here on the IVC plane, you have written well enough. So that's why 75 words for linkages, then 25 words for no linkages. Also, you have to write, because explanation not only explain that there are great linkages, but there are not great linkages also, because IVC actually get lost because of drought and earthquake and all those. So many evidences are there. Vedic civilization was not, after this IVC only Vedic was there, but Vedic was not having much of a link. How? Because IVC was urban, this was rural. These are endemic people. These are like, there are evidences that there are like theories that they came from, other parts of Asia and all those things. There are several things you can actually talk about in the later era also, IVC and modern day. Oh, no, okay, so there must be. Now you see the question again. IVC did not flourish in isolation, right? That there it is a connecting line of networks with other civilizations. So it is actually connecting with that point of time of civilization, but definitely it is not in isolation, means it is actually connecting the past prehistory to the IVC. And then the IVC is itself not in isolation, but the Vedic civilization may have some similarity with the Indus Valley, and what we have in IVC we can learn here also. So that is the general interpretation we do. We are not interpreting the UPSC question in a very, very specific sense. That is the beauty of civil services. So first question I will be giving you here in this part, because you have written only one connecting part, and that too with that civilization only, that time only. So out of like 6 mark for the body, I will be giving you only 2 mark. Okay, 2 mark, not more than that. I'm sorry about that. So out of 6, you getting 2, and 0.5 for introduction, 0.5 for conclusion. So you will be getting 3, at most 3.5 for this kind, like this type of presentation.